I'm Jamie Lee, a luxury interior designer, and today we're going to be reviewing Sofia Vergara's home.
Bienvenidos a mi casa, ID. Good to see you. This is my dining room, my formal dining room. It's one of my favorite rooms in the house, definitely because of the detail.
I love the usage that she uses of old and new. It gives a modernization to artwork. She uses ancient chandeliers, but she'll use like neutral warm colors that I don't see a lot.
Another one of the special details of the room is that tapestry is 18th century French. I love to collect china. One of the most important things in entertaining is putting a lot of effort in the details, making people feel like they're eating something special, looking at something beautiful.
I completely agree with her on the china and entertaining people. It's like what brings the je ne sais quoi to the whole party. And there's also this beautiful artwork too.
And this is only the beginning. I have more.
One particular thing I really noticed that I loved about her house is she uses mirrors, the usage of mirrors, but it's not the basic like plain mirror. She uses like an antique, like almost slightly distressed mirrors, which gives it a whole rich vibe. It takes the old mixed with the new. It looks amazing.
And of course, another super important room is the kitchen. I'm Latin, so we love entertaining with a lot of food.
One thing I really love about her home is she wasn't afraid to use white in the kitchen. So many designers are, oh, that's so plain, that's so basic. But if you have the palette of white cabinetry, you can keep the room light and fresh, add some other muted tones to the room. She did a perfect job with the travertine tile on the floor, the 3-inch marble countertops, to the ceiling white cabinetry, perfect. Along with beautiful Le Cremant French stove.
This magnificent stove is La Cornue. I don't know anything at all about it because I do not cook.
She does not know anything about her stove, except that it costs $80,000.
Here we are at the family room, and way in the back is the formal living room. I love it because they all open to the backyard, which is my favorite thing about the house. Every room opens to the pool and the backyard, even when you're upstairs in the guest rooms. And it's also perfect that this room opens to the second floor.
I'm loving this house. It's all about big Mediterranean style home, high ceilings, beautiful curvature in the arches, the natural colored beams. She's using very beautiful natural tones. It's not making it too, it doesn't give the house an old vibe. She's clearly using some antique pieces from the 18th, 19th century, and she's intertwining them so that they look modern and fresh. And the house gives it a luxurious, like upscale feel in every single room. It's so cohesive. What she did is she did a beautiful balance in between the old and the new. What you want to be careful of is if you get too many antique pieces in there, it starts to look more like an antique shop, and then it ages the home. So to counterbalance that, she used light neutral tones to make it fresh and feel, it gives it an upscale, luxurious feel. So when you're adding in the older artwork, they just merge together. It doesn't make the room look old. It gives it a fresh, vibrant look on something, and it's displaying the beautiful 18th century artwork or dishware or whatever.
And here is where we have parties and where we sit to watch TV and where all the drama happens.
One thing about her home is it's very minimalistic. Like she doesn't, that's what I like to say, don't add more crap to your house. It does not, filling up the space, it does not make it luxurious. Less is more in this circumstance. Whenever you think you have just the right amount, take one more piece out, just like Coco Chanel.
Kind of like started collecting crystal birds because I love birds and I love crystals. And then when I learned that they existed together, I was like, oh my God, that's like my favorite thing now.
One of the coolest things I've noticed about her house is she picked some things that she loves. She loves crystals, she loves birds. She wasn't afraid to incorporate her favorite things in the home, but she did it very like delicately and made, yeah, she has birds with her beautiful white onyx birds. There are pieces of art. So just because you love something doesn't mean you should fill your house with it, unless you can redesign it and make it something, inspiration of your favorite thing.
How Americans say bucket list. It was to own anything that I could afford from Fernando Botero, one of the most amazing, prolific artists in Colombia. and in Latin America.
Her artwork in her house is actually from a famous Colombian artist. I think that's another cool thing. She's adding her heritage into her home, and it's still extremely stylish. Like, this house is beyond. I would die to stay here. But she's bringing every piece of her and she's adding it to the home tastefully. A lot of designers are gonna tell you, oh, that's tacky or that's tacky. But if you do it properly, you can have the things that represent the things you love and it still be upscale and luxurious.
In 1983, he started painting the matadores, which is the bullfighters. I was still living there in 1983. I was still very young. And when I saw it, I'm like, one day maybe I'll get that one, because he's known for creating these very big, voluptuous figures.
Another really cool thing about Sofia, which I really respect, is as she was growing, she would see a piece of artwork and she's like, one day I'm gonna get that. I love that one day. So she didn't just get all these things, buy a new house, put all these things in her house. These are a collection of her throughout her life. And then as she makes more money, she goes back and gets that piece when she was 23 that just inspired her. So she's slowly adding things to her home that actually means something. Make sure your things in your home mean something. It's your home. It's a representation of you. And you should always wake up and love where you're at. You should love to see the beautiful things.
So when I found this house, it was horrific. It was like a castle in Transylvania. But when I walked outside and I saw this garden, I knew this is where I wanted to live. This outdoor area is an extension of the house, which is, to me, the most special place in the house. One
thing I've noticed with the house is she's super big into the outdoors and the indoors, merging them together. She has the entire back of the house covered in beautiful glass doors that just leads out to the most gorgeous landscaping yard. And with her, she found a house, and she's saying it looks like an 18th century castle in Transylvania. But it didn't matter what the house looked like, it was the property. I can relate to that. That's exactly how, when I bought my house, I hated the house. It was ugly, horrible, but it had beautiful land.
The pool area is super important because from every bedroom, you see the pool, you see the pool house. I wanted it to give you a feeling like you're
I love how she added alcoves into the area. It's outdoors, but you know, us in California, we spend a lot of money on our faces, so we want to stay out of the sun, but we also want to see the sun. So she incorporated it really well. She made little pockets in the backyard.
It was very carefully how we decided to pick the plants, whatever was going to be created in the hill. There was nothing in the hill when I got the house, so I had to start from scratch. And I created this a little bit of a tropical.
I really love how she did the landscaping. She picked a lot of plants that are native to Southern California, the bougainvilleas, which are beautiful, bright flowers. She added a lot of tropical plants, trees like that, to give it that oasis, that Italian villa.
Well, and this is where the good times happen. All the sleeping.
I love the sneak peek of the Hermes vases.
I love this bedroom. It's super cozy. It's a lot of light that comes in the morning.
I feel like her bedroom might be a little too minimalistic. I'm not loving the tiny mirror over the fireplace. Fireplace too close to the window. Not enough artwork. Bedroom, I say it's a little boring. But you know, it's my only critique so far.
I love fireplaces. Even though I live in California, I hate heaters. I can't have heaters on. So when it gets a little bit chilly in the winter, I prefer to put the fireplace. Not only because the heat is better, but it makes the rooms very beautiful. The lighting is beautiful when the fire is on.
Yeah, a lot of us LA, Southern Californians, for some reason we hate the heat, even though we live here. We hate turning on the heat. We would much rather, like at my house, I have 4 fireplaces. They are on all winter long. I hate the overhead heat. Give me a fireplace, we're great. Me and my husband thought about that a lot.
And that's not any fireplace. It's from the Waldorf Astoria in New York, and it was something special. The designer, O'Hara, and me wanted to bring into the room, and she found that. And we thought that was it.
Another thing that I noticed, she said, is she had a project manager. She said things were going crazy, everything was topsy-turvy, she had all these professionals, but then when things got a little too crazy, which she should have done earlier, she hired a project manager. Even I would have to get a project manager. So everybody needs one. Don't try to do it all yourself. It's gonna make it a miserable time. It's not gonna be fun. Let someone else do the work. It's already an expensive project, just let someone else do the work and enjoy it.
This is definitely the most beautiful bathroom I have in the house. I think the combination of colors, the beige and the gray, is like really unexpected. It's perfect. I mean, look at the view. Look at the bathtub, the view from the bathtub. It's perfection. And this is where I actually really live, in my closet. This is where I spend most of my time. This is like a girl's dream.
The best part of our house is the closets. She went floor to ceiling, and she even did a library rail along to reach the top things. Tons of mirror, tons of space, large island in the center, so you can put all your personal belongings in the center of the drawers. She has all the beautiful things on display, the bags. For someone who's very visual and has to see everything, it's a chef's kiss for this room for me.
All this stuff in the counter is very special for me. This is something that I bought at an antique shop in Paris. And this is a picture of my brother who passed away and my favorite cousin who passed away. So this is an important picture for me.
I love how she used pieces that meant something to her that she gave over time. Things in the most personal room of her house, her closet. She found unique things. She didn't just go to formerly Pier 1 and just buy a bunch of junk just to decorate the place up that means nothing. She actually bought things throughout her career. She has photos of her cousin and brother who passed away. Things that mean a lot to her in the heart. That's one huge tip I have. Make the home yours. Make it feel special. Who cares if it's a gorgeous home? If it doesn't feel special, if it doesn't feel like yours, then you're just in a hotel room.
And then this picture, it was when I was young and fresh.
Overall, I have no real complaints about her house. She did an impeccable job. Maybe a little too plain in the bedroom, but out of that house, that's the only comment I have. I think she did it wonderfully. You could tell she did it, had a lot of involvement in it, but when she felt it was getting too much for her, she pulled back, brought people in to take control of it so that she could still have the fun and create her vision without getting stressed out with all the details. That happens so much. When I was doing my own renovation, I would get so worked up about the details. I didn't have fun at the slab yards. I didn't have fun when I was doing this design because I was so stressed out about the tiny little things. And at that point, I didn't even know what a project manager was. I was new to the game. Now, anything I did myself, I would hire a project manager as well. It just makes life so much easier. And the amount of money that you're gonna save by getting a good project manager versus redoing work, it's gonna save. Trust me, in the long run, it might seem a little more expensive, but in the long run, you will pay more if you do not have a project manager. And if you try to design it yourself, just forget it. So, Sofia Vergara, 2 thumbs up, 11 out of 10 stars. Bravo. If you liked our video, don't forget to subscribe and leave in the comments who you'd like to see us review next.